Isaac is my eldest child. He is 16 and a half. This 16-year-old boy who has, for the last 3 years, slowly but surely changed from being a very introverted young girl into a very mature, outgoing, outspoken young man. And it's been such an honour to look at him growing. If he wasn't mine, I'd be jealous because he's everything you'd want your child to be. When Isaac came home from school one day, he was about 12 at the time, and he was very frustrated. He, as Sky, she came up to me and she goes, "I can't believe some people." I was like, okay. And he told me this story and he's like, "You're not saying anything." I was like, "What am I supposed to say?" "I've just told you I'm bisexual." "Okay, brilliant. What are we having for dinner?" And I don't know what he was expecting from me as his mum. I feel that if you love a person and they love you back, that's all that matters. And then he realised that he didn't think he was fabulous. Sky, as a girl, looked down at her body and it was wrong. And he came in one evening as I was feeding the baby and said, "Mum, what would you do if one of us was transgender?" And I said, "I wouldn't do much. You know, we'd go to the doctors, we'd have a chat, we'd work out what the next step in the transgender path was. We'd carry on as we are." Love is complicated, but it's love. And I would love my child regardless. They're your children, you love them. And Isaac was like, "Oh, so you're okay?" I was like, "There's no change in you. How you feel about yourself and your body, we'll have to deal with that one day at a time, and I'll be there standing next to you every step of the path that you have to take." Everything just clicked. But he was anxious, he was stressed all the time. He still is, because it's a difficult choice to come out to people, to choose who you come out to first. And I was honoured to be the first person. No one from our family had ever dealt with body dysphoria before. No one had the understanding of why a 15-year-old at the time was so anxious all the time. And then we all knew, we all understood, and we all stepped up, and it made it easier to know that everybody was just on board. No one cared that little Sky was now going to be Big Isaac, because it's the same person to love. It's just a different name. I want to speed the process up. I want to get to the point where everything is in place and Isaac can transform into this butterfly that I know he will be when he's fully transitioned. And sitting back, sitting on your hands a lot of the time and listening to Isaac be scared and frustrated and upset, and just allowing him the space to feel his emotions, that's tough. Officially, his name's changed. At school, he doesn't feel ready. He doesn't think his friends are ready to see him change, to see his transition. He's scared that someone will find out. He's scared that one of them will turn around and be violent. And he's 16. He shouldn't be worried that someone might beat him up whilst he's at school because of who he is. Putting on a mask, pretending to be something he isn't, to keep himself safe. And that shouldn't be how it is. Isaac saw another kid younger than him who had come out as gay, and he became his wingman. He was right there, and he said, no one is going to pick on you, because if they pick on you, they have to pick on us, and we're stronger united. Every step she took through her path, every step he takes now as an adult, he bolsters. He tries to make everybody see the good inside themselves, to see why being different is such a good thing, why being different means that you're in a better place. He wants to work in the field of psychiatrists and doctors who help people like him. He wants to be one of the counsellors who help young people transition. He wants to demonstrate to them that, you know, the path might not be easy, but it is walkable, and that you don't have to walk alone. Recently, the awards at school came out, and Isaac was given the Pupil of the Year. And the fact that my son has been recognised by not just his teachers but by his peers is awesome. It truly is awesome to know that other people see what I see, that my son has the potential to not only reach for the stars but to fly to another galaxy. We are incredibly lucky to have been born and raised in the UK. In certain parts of the world, our family would be seen as divisive and lesser. In the UK, it's getting there. You can be a lesbian, you can be gay, and it's okay now. You know, every now and again you get one of those looks or one of those comments, but on the whole, people are able to live their lives. I don't think that we're quite that ready for the trans community. We're doing everything we can. There are the clinics available throughout the UK, but we're not quite there yet. We are on the cusp of change. Being transgender just means that you're able to live your life as the person that you should be. And I think Isaac's generation are the generation that are going to push that forward. Life in the UK is vibrant and fantastic. We've been to London Pride and we've been to our local Pride. We're going again this year with friends Isaac's made who are lesbians, who are bisexual, who are trans just like him. And we're not scared as much as we once were. As parents, we look at our children and it's easier to let them walk outside and know that they're going to be safe, make a difference. And he's ready to make a difference now. He's going to be out there on every opportunity he has. He signs petition after petition and forces them into my email box and say, come on mum, get on with it, you sign too. And then occasionally I poke my tongue out and say, I've already signed that one, which he loves. There's work to be done, and Isaac is going to be up there painting placards and making sure everyone signs petitions. He's passionate about making a change. He's infused with the idea that we should all be equal, and he's ready to fight for equality. Isaac is a protester in the making. Watch this space. I hope one day that Isaac can find a person to fall in love with who loves him back. I hope that he finds somebody who he can share a life with that is full and rich and happy. We have a saying that we use quite often in our family. Why wait for the storm to pass when you can just get up and dance in the rain? And that's what Isaac does.